Do 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 do.
Cod Daddy's in the building, broadcasting live from many parts unknown. Joining me, as always, on the sticks, he's that bad dad of cod. You might know him as Muscle V. You might know him as your king of cod, but we know him as Dixie.
Yo, yo.
And our associate producer, he is the man that shirts have forgotten. He is the Pants Man.
Peyton Claus.
And our junior intern, he's head of the IT department and communicator of global outreach. He is the villain, Two Pops.
Evening.
And you can feel free to ask me anything, for I am Jeeves, and I welcome you to another edition of Call of Daddy 2. Tonight, the Cod Daddies save Hanukkah. But before you go picking up any challah bread, Muscle V, what happened last time?
Last time on Cod Daddies, our heroes once again held a drinking episode talking spies. With Call of Duty Warzone making an upgrade to Call of Duty Warzone 2.0, the heroes struggled with technology and the new gameplay. Moving on to the main event, the heroes were tasked to build the best spy by choosing the best name, mission attire, best spy gadget, and the best catchphrase. As expected, Muscle V won Lust and told Jeeves, "Nighty night, motherfucker." Now the heroes have moved on to Gluttony, with the score 1 for Muscle V and 1 for Jeeves.
Ooh, tied game.
Yep, let's listen in as our heroes continue on to their next adventure.
Ooh, holy shit, guys. We are here. We've arrived. We've got a little bit to do tonight. We're heading into a holiday break. We're going to do a show next week, and then after that, probably not for the rest of the year. So this is the time. This is time to get in all of your Cod Daddy hopes and dreams. You guys excited?
Yes.
Oh, great. Well, let's jump right into it. What are the rules for the evening, Pants Man?
Well, the rules are that we take a drink every time you get a kill. We take a drink every time you fail in a round to get any kills. We take a drink anytime we fudge up a name or give away identifying information. And most importantly, we take a drink every time we see Santa Claus.
What?
Yeah, if you see that big fat guy with the beard and the red suit, got a drink.
Holy
You
shit,
mean-
I just saw him.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Oh, well, that's a drink. We got a drink.
Take a drink. Well, with that, Muscle V, what are you drinking tonight? What have you brought to the party?
So I have brought, it's from a company called Jolly Pumpkin Artisan Ales. It's called So Far
You said a
So
lot of
Good.
words there.
Yeah, it's called So Far So Good. It's a fruited gose.
I'm sorry. You
Ghost.
bought a beer from
Fruited
a
ghost.
company that has pumpkin in the name of their brand,
Yeah,
but they're
that's
not
crazy.
making a pumpkin beer?
Yes, sir.
I don't
That's
even
insane.
understand.
That's the weirdest thing you've ever told me.
It's strawberry lime mint.
What? Those are
What?
so far removed from. First of all, those are nothing related to pumpkin. Completely off. But even if you accept that they're not making exclusively pumpkin beers, that isn't even like fall or winter at all. Like those are just wrong. It's like you're drinking a summer beer. Why are you drinking a summer beer?
I can do what I want.
Well, that's
so-
fair.
Sorry, what type of goes is it? A gose, as you called it?
Yeah, it's a fruited.
I got that. What's the fruits?
Strawberry lime mint.
Strawberry. That's disgusting. I would never drink mint.
It's actually not bad.
Well, you have to like mint, I think, as a first prerequisite, I would assume.
There's a lot of pumpkin in it, so it's fine.
I would lose my shit if it was a strawberry lime pumpkin mint drink. That'd be out fucking rageous. Okay. Nonsense. What do you got, Pants Man? What are you drinking?
Well, I also made a weird choice, which is that it's winter or winter adjacent. It's cold outside, and I
You can
decided
call it winter. It's post Thanksgiving. We're free to do that.
I've chosen to freeze my glass to have like a frosted glass.
Okay. Sure.
Now, I also took a risk because the drink I'm drinking is an Aldi branded beer, which those are hit or miss. Some of them are real good. Some of them are just gross. This is a chocolate beer,
Oh,
And
I love chocolate beer.
it's a chocolate stout. It is 8% alcohol by volume, and it is fucking delicious. I really like this one.
I think the only risk is that you frosted your glass. Why do that with a stout of all things?
Why am I even dirtying a glass? Why am I not just drinking out of the can?
It's a good question.
Who am I
don't
trying
know.
to impress?
I do
Oh,
not know.
I know who I'm trying to impress. Santa Claus, who just walked in. Hey, Santa, let's drink.
Take a drink. Ask him if you're on the naughty or nice list.
No, he left.
He just did a poppin'?
He just did a pop in. He just kind of walked. It was really just his face, and he winked at me, and then now he's gone.
Did you like pre-order your Christmas gifts or something? Did you just stop in early?
I actually did pre-order all of my Christmas gifts just now, like yesterday. Did all of my Christmas shopping.
Oh, good for you. How about you, Two Pops? What do you got as the intern on duty?
I'm drinking a drink by the Mark Anthony Brewing Company.
Sounds
And
fancy.
yeah, it's a watermelon hard seltzer. 5%, 100 calories, gluten free.
Ooh.
White
Another
Claw.
summery drink.
White Claw is what they call it.
Wait, what does Mark Anthony have to do with that?
Oh, well, that's who owns White Claw is Mark Anthony Brewing.
Well, the timing's funny because I also am drinking a White Claw tonight.
Oh, you're also drinking a Mark Anthony Brewing Company.
I apparently am drinking. There's nowhere on here does it say that at all. But
Well, on the can it says White Claw, but colloquially it's known as the Mark Anthony Brewing Company.
there's no laws when you're drinking Mark Anthony's stuff. Oh, that's fun. So three of us are going extremely summer drinks, and one of us has frosted a very winter drink. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah. We're all. I think we're all hoping for July and Christmas or something.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we're purging the last bits of summer, I have to assume. You're Two Pops, you're a huge White Claw fan though, right?
I mean, I prefer water, but
It doesn't stop it.
the show clearly involves drinking, so I felt like I had to drink tonight.
You do. You're definitely being peer pressured into it.
And that's what I had in my garage.
Well, that's fine. But wait, is this the same White Claw we drank at the wedding?
No, this was purchased before the last bachelor party I went to, and I forgot to bring it.
Oh no.
So
was that the one I was at, or have you been to one since?
no, I went to one last week. We went to a Galaxy Con.
Okay, that's not so bad.
I bought baseball cards.
What the fuck's what is a Galaxy Con?
Like Comic-Con, but Star Wars stuff is
I worked.
more.
Oh, okay.
Big.
I worked out the
It's in
con part,
Columbus.
obviously.
It's big.
Okay, you can't say that. That's too much information you've given away now.
Drink.
Why?
Take a drink.
You don't know where I live. Why? I don't live there.
No, you told us too many of your interests. Someone might have met you in.
We just don't want to
person.
know, is what we're saying.
I was the meatwad there.
What?
If anybody sees pictures online, I was the only meatwad.
Okay, that's obviously personal information at that point. There's
Well,
no way
drink
there was
then.
multiple meatwads.
Then
No, we're all
drink.
drinking
I
for
can
that.
just get
Oh,
you
we're all
wasted.
drinking.
I'm just gonna get you guys wasted tonight.
That's great. I need that, honestly. This week's been fucking crazy. Once again, Elon has to be going after my family. I don't know what is going on. We're super sick in this house this week.
Good work.
Not good work. Absolutely not good work.
Why?
Because I have cleaned up so much puke.
Sounds like everybody's building great immune systems in your house.
We've built them enough.
Look at the positives.
No.
Stop being such a Debbie Downer. It's disgusting.
So is the puke.
Yeah, I'm sitting and
Be an
cleaned up
optimist
puke right
like
now.
me.
You're not an optimist, but I will also not do that.
Well,
Sometimes a little pessimism's okay. I think we overlooked that. Totally
I
fine
would
once in
say-
a while to be bummed out.
I'm one of the most optimistic people I know.
That does sound like an optimist. I'll give you that much.
See,
All right. Well, anyway, that's cool. We're a little off brand, drinking summer drinks because tonight I did want to talk about Hanukkah. Some people pronounce it Chanukah.
Nobody pronounces it Chanukah.
Yeah, nobody.
Well, I
does
do.
that.
I definitely say that.
You're wrong.
But
You're
I
wrong.
I texted Muscle V beforehand. I was like, "Is the ch silent?" or not? And you said something. I don't remember what you said.
When was this text?
Minutes ago.
That was not what?
Just right before the intro.
Oh, I did not.
Um,
I did not see your text. You did
that
not
must have
text
been
me.
that must have been Trixie that responded. Anyway, you're going to be our expert tonight because I assume two pops. You don't know anything about Hanukkah. Is that a fair assumption?
Dreidels are made out of clay.
I think that's a pretty good sign that you don't know anything. That is correct from what I understand.
I think the revealing part was not the factoid he gave, but the lengthy pause it took him to come up with that.
Yeah, I think that probably is a good sign that you don't know much. And I know Pantsman, you don't, because we've been friends with two of our best buds have been Jewish.
I've
and
never
we've
I've
learned
never met a Jewish
absolutely
person.
nothing. Yeah, you have. Unfortunately,
Name two.
unfortunately, you've met Muscle V, and I think you've met Boo. Boo at this point Boo Boy might be a figment of our imagination. At
I
this
would say
point.
the amount of time Boo has not been on this show, I'm not convinced I've met him. And the amount of bacon I've seen Muscle V eat, I don't know that he can qualify.
Yeah, probably. So
Interesting.
I think we're gonna give him the title of at least honorary Jew for tonight. You're gonna be laying down the law later for us. With that, is there any Muscle V will try to probably
Nice.
unsuccessfully. But I don't know anything about it. Again, despite being I've lived with you for 5 years or something like that. I don't know anything about Hanukkah. What is there like a particular drink that people drink at this in the season? Also, is it Hanukkah? Happy Hanukkah, just to be safe?
Hanukkah is a miracle, so I would say it is a happy occasion.
That was not the question. None of that was the question.
What was the question?
Is there a drink associated with Hanukkah, and is it happening right now?
Oh,
Are we in
I
the
didn't hear you
crazy
say.
days?
I didn't hear you say happening. I thought you said if it's a happy occasion.
Oh,
Okay,
no,
the
happening.
first day of Hanukkah is the 19th.
Correct.
And it is what day?
What? We are on the 8th.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
There's no particular drink associated with Hanukkah.
Mistake. Okay, we'll work on that later. Hanukkah
Okay.
is one of those super annoying ones, though, right? It's probably based on nonsense, so it can be like any given point in December or even November. Is that right?
It's not based on nonsense. It's based on the Jewish calendar, which is not the same
It's
as
gotta
the.
be nonsense.
Also,
Okay, well,
also, thin ice here. You're just jumping in with the Jewish holiday is based on nonsense. That's how you're going to start this off.
okay.
Jesus, in this climate with what they're dealing with, Kanye.
Relax. Christmas is absolutely based on nonsense, so it's fine. It's okay that holidays are based on nothing. I'm Catholic, so I can say this. Christmas is nonsense, top to bottom. And the date is absolutely not. It's certainly not Jesus's birthday. That much is proven.
He was born on a leap year. That's why he's so young.
Either way. And it's not the only nonsense Christian holiday. I think we covered it in the Easter episode. I think it's just based on absolute nothingness. It's what the first weekend after the solstice or whatever. So what's the Jewish calendar? How is it different than everyone else's calendar?
I mean, it's shorter.
Is it?
Yeah,
Is that how calendars can work?
it is shorter. I don't know the specifics. I don't know the specifics, but it is shorter.
Is it just not cover all the days, or is it like there's only 200 days in the Jewish calendar?
I don't have that specific. I'm not sure.
All right, so I'm sticking with it's based on nonsense. I don't care what anyone tells me.
Whatever you say, Yi.
I don't think again, having just covered why Catholicism's nonsense, or it's based timeline wise on nonsense. I think it's fair to say that most religions do shit like that. And seeing as Catholicism's the sequel to Judaism, I'm sure it's based on nothing.
That
You
is
think that's-
why
you think that's
the
far afield?
Catholic Church, the original Catholic Church, was called Judaism 2, the Reckoning.
That'd be great. That's what it should be called. We finished your books.
They were pretty good before you guys started trying to finish them, though.
No way. Way darker tones in the early stuff. We lightened it up for the second books.
I like the original trilogy, but I hear they're coming out with a new trilogy in the next couple of years.
Well, actually, I think isn't Islam? Don't they accept
That's
that?
the third. That's like
yeah.
the third major edition.
For real, I think like in the first chapter they cover that like Christianity exists and stuff, and they're like, all right, that happened, that was cool. Here's some more stuff for you. I think.
Well, now, Two Pops, you are a registered theologian, correct? You can highlight some of this for us.
Absolutely not. Not a chance.
Yeah. Well, just make assumptions. I think that's what everyone does nowadays. You just say stuff, you assume it's right, and then when it isn't, it's fine.
Which one are we talking about?
Whichever one you can make the best assumption about, go for it.
None.
Then why does it matter? Why did you make me specify?
I was just curious.
Oh, I see.
Knowledge is power.
Is it? I feel like
that's a
Well,
quote.
I know, Jeeves, I know that you have no power, and
Yeah.
you also have no knowledge, so it seems to track.
I clearly displayed that I have tons of knowledge, know plenty of things. Just a minute ago.
Mm.
Very clear.
You said that you just make things up and assume that they're right, which I like to call white man power.
All right, take a drink for that. You don't know that I'm white. I might not be, but take a drink just to be safe.
We can all take a guess.
Yeah, I'm white. Take a drink. It's fine. Okay. So it's not Hanukkah. That much we've covered in great detail. Hanukkah happens. I already forget. 8 or 10 days from now.
11 days, I think.
Oh no.
Also,
Oh, no.
I love that. I don't know what your other idea was for this episode, but I do love that the episode you knew the guy who loves talking about Judaism. Boo, you knew Boo wasn't coming and thought, let's do the Jewish episode.
I thought this was our best shot of him being on the show. So I didn't know that.
Yeah, but you didn't announce what it was, so like, of course he's not going to join if he doesn't know.
Yeah, I was at the doctor's office. All right, we were in the late night doctor's office. I couldn't send a text out. Also, I hadn't fully finished the idea yet.
We
so
went over
relax.
this. We went over this before the show started. You need to get your priorities straight. Your sick child and your life with your family. That is number 2. Number 1 is this show.
Yeah, I know, but the doctor's office closes.
How does that affect anything?
Good point. I gotta step it up. Gotta step it up.
Yeah, you're the one that's not pulling your weight on this.
Zero effort. Minimal effort.
We needed you last week, by the way, Two Pops. We had no idea how to work Call of Duty.
I was playing D&D.
Yeah. How did that go? I didn't know that you do D&D.
Meat almost got us killed.
That sounds
In
great.
D&D?
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 people got knocked and 1 person wasn't even playing.
Well, that serves them right.
Yeah, our DM had to bring them in.
What do you mean bring them in? What does that mean?
So we were getting our ass kicked so bad because of bad rolls that he had to bring in a person who wasn't even playing to be like, oh, and he steps in and tries to help. And then he just got slaughtered too.
Why were there people there that weren't playing?
So people turned into a vampire. Well, you have to ask the
That's awesome.
big dumb animal.
I will absolutely. You have to get him on the show. I hear he wants to come on.
Yeah, it's a hot show. Limited amount of seats.
That's right. Well, I still don't understand. Okay, is there a limit to how many people can D&D at once? Is that a thing?
No.
Okay.
It just was if the person was just like away that week.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Wait. He brought in people that weren't.
Yeah.
What?
Assuming that it was gonna go well and no went poorly.
Wait, did he kill people when they weren't there?
They turned into a vampire. Yes.
You can't do that.
So they went from they went from
That's
a half elf to a vampire due to poor rolls,
absolutely unacceptable.
and we forced him to keep it, obviously, because it happened.
Well, yeah, obviously it's canon. You can never
So-
go back on D&D. That'd be
So
actual
yeah,
crime.
that's what happened.
So,
one
Chops,
sec.
are you excited about the D&D movie?
I don't watch movies.
Weird
Yes, you
reaction.
do. What? Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
What was the last movie you watched?
Don't say none.
Okay, so that's not a fair question because
Gotta kill.
I
Gotta
had
kill
to
with a
watch one.
pistol.
Oh, good work. I guess that means we have to drink, right?
I don't think it's a
Well,
real kill
I'll
It's
drink.
not a real kill. Why is it a real kill?
because you're at a stronghold and there's fake players there. Not like
Oh.
it's AI
that's-
players.
Oh God, that's
Oh, do
embarrassing.
you only know that because you're dead?
No, I'm alive.
Oh, okay.
But
Yeah, it's 100%.
So
where
what
you
was the
are
question?
though?
What
What
was
was
the
last-
last movie you saw?
Yeah.
Oh, not fair because I had to watch a movie for work.
Okay, so you're full of shit.
What are you talking about?
Stay full of shit.
Yeah, obviously. You said you don't watch movies. You watched one this week, it sounds like.
I had to watch one for work.
What does that mean? Why did your work make you watch a movie?
Was the teacher
And
off?
how do I
For
apply?
bonding. What
Do
are
you
you
go
talking
to
about? It's the
school?
most liberal company on the planet. What are you talking
They're
about?
bonding.
I work for the most liberal company on the planet. If you want a job there, that's what it's mainly focused on is bonding and
That's not
weird
no one's
stuff
work
like
is
that.
focused on bonding with the rest of their workers.
Bro. Okay. You want to bet?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Okay.
What was the
Yeah.
movie?
Well, okay. This week we had a Pictionary.
This
We had
week.
multiple Pictionary sessions and multiple fucking guess the Christmas tune sessions. What are you talking
Bro.
about?
And this was during work hours, just to be clear.
Yeah,
You were
it's-
paid for this.
Absolutely
Yeah,
not
I
employed.
didn't join any because, in my opinion, I have work to do. So I said I'm not joining these things. These are stupid.
You were
Like,
mad that you had to play Pictionary at work.
so
Have
I
you
worked
lost your mind?
instead. Yeah, I
Have you
worked
lost your
instead.
mind?
I didn't join. I didn't join any of the sessions.
Are you
you
a
watched
fucking
the
crazy
movie.
person?
I'm gonna press the point.
Team
What
one,
was
the movie one. Okay, so the movie one was because it was strictly my whole team. The other one's like the whole department.
What was the movie?
I don't know what it was because it was like not a movie I would ever watch. It was. I'd have to look it up. Jesus, I don't even know how
Was
to
it
look
a
it
Christmas movie or like a
up.
holiday
Absolutely
movie?
not. I don't even know what this is. It's a newer movie. It's probably rated
Was
G.
it The Rescuers
my
Down
God.
Under?
No, it's a new movie.
I consider that a
Something-
relatively new movie.
Something with like
All right,
a
all right,
shell.
what
I'm gonna
was tell us the-
search
tell us the
Shell
plot,
Boy.
dude. No, tell us
Shell
the plot. We
Boy.
can figure it out. What do you mean Shell
All right,
Boy? What the fuck does
this-
that mean?
This shell.
What is a
who
Shell Boy?
This shell, who is a boy.
Why do you keep saying that's not a thing? What is a sh-
was
what do you mean a
being-
shell?
Are you gonna fucking let me talk?
Is it
You're
called
such a
Marcel
villain.
the Shell with Shoes?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
I did not.
Are
I
you-
did a Jeeves search. I did not know that off the top of my
Are you-
head.
Are you talking about like it's a turtle shell?
No. Like a shell.
It looks like it's
What-
claymation.
You didn't get 0 kills, by the way, Jeeves.
Drink.
I got one
Yeah.
though. I got one.
Is it rated G? Or
Ugh.
PG? Probably PG.
Um,
Probably PG.
What? Pants man, what kind of shell is this?
it's a PG movie. It's
Oh my God.
it looks like it's a snail shell.
Okay. So it's an anthropomorphic shell?
On
And he
it, well,
talks,
oh
he
god,
has
it's so
legs.
creepy. It's a
He has
it's a
legs.
shell.
He has an
So
eye.
the opening to the shell where you would expect a snail to come out is just a giant eye.
Oh, horrible.
It's terrifying.
So yeah, it's a it's a mockumentary.
They don't say it's a documentary.
It's a documentary.
It's a mockumentary where this human is like documenting. He moved into this house and this shell lives in there, and that's the
Wha-
story.
Who chose this movie and why?
Some extremely extroverted person that I work with who needs attention and needs people
Great.
to want to spend time together.
I
when
don't
I
care
could
about
be
that's
using
fine.
my valuable time to work.
Yeah, I understand. You hate to do fake work. You want to do real work. Why wasn't a better movie chosen?
Because the company I work for.
That doesn't nothing explains why you would watch. What was it?
Someone would get offended by
Smell the
something
shell
else.
or some crap.
Something would get offended by
Why
somebody would
would
get offended by something else.
why why, why
Based
would you?
on the trailer, it seems like a shocking amount of this movie about a anthropomorphized shell is actually just an episode of 60 Minutes.
There is 60 minutes.
Why
Is
wouldn't you
part of
just? Okay, what do you think's the least offensive movie you've ever watched? That's an interesting question.
Rescuers Down Under.
So did I hear?
Frosty the Snowman.
I was about to say, did I hear a drunk call?
Oh no.
That's you went right to Christmas, bud. That's not welcome flying high, by the way.
Yeah, thank you. Did you have my beer crack? It was very loud.
I thought that was you sighing or something. What beer are you drinking tonight, bud?
Oh, just we went back to the home classics. I haven't drank the past 2 days.
Whoa.
So
Why?
went back to because I'm trying to lose the weight.
Why?
The
Of all
last
the
time
people-
you talked to us, you had eaten 4 turkeys in 2 days.
It was 4 turkeys in 4 weeks. Yes.
You weigh less
And-
than anyone I know. What are you talking about? We had this. Okay, so I'm glad you're here, Flying High. I crashed Flying High's house this week.
You crashed you ran your car through his house.
He literally no,
Kind
actually
of.
he dropped.
Pretty
He
close.
got more like
You're
dropped
back.
off like a puppy dog at the side of the door
Yeah.
and left.
The plan was to wake him up and just be like, "Hey, I'm hanging out with you this whole day." You graciously hosted me for an unknown amount of. I have no idea. How long
I
you hung
have
out
no
for.
idea. We drank a lot of beers though.
I'm
Yeah, but
confused.
I-
Why were you at his house? Why were you looking for a friend?
Because Lil Fuse went to a cookie baking party. I don't know what the fuck to call it, but
It's still a weird thing for me to explain, so it's even weirder for you.
it was ladies only. She's like, "Do you want to come?" I was like, "Absolutely not. Why would I want to go to that?" I was like, "I'll see what Flying High's up to." So I told him like a month ago, and he's like, "Yeah, that sounds great." And then the night before, I called him and I was like, "Hey, you remember when you said that sounds great?" He's like, "No, I have no idea what you're talking about."
The night before at 11 p.m.
Where was your child during all this?
She went to the cookie bake off.
Oh,
Yeah,
weird.
Yeah, women, girls and women were allowed to that one. Ryan was
yeah,
like,
right.
oh, I gotta drink for
Take a
that.
drink. But yeah, it was one of those great. Like I called him, I was like, "Hey man, you remember wanting to hang out?" He's like, sure." I was like, "That's tomorrow." He's like, "Oh, great. This will be great."
And it
So-
wasn't a bad time.
Well, it was a good time. We built a bike, and then we didn't know when Lil Fuse was coming to get me, and so we cracked a keg, like a pony keg.
This is my bad.
Yeah, it's supposed to have like what 16 beers? Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
We drank exactly 2 of them, and then Lil Fuse was like, "All right, I'm here."
2 apiece, or like you
Nope,
each had a
nope,
beer?
I think we each.
No,
had
we
one.
each had a beer.
I've
He
never had a
did-
pony cake. How does that work? Does it reseal at all, or it's just fun?
No.
It tells you to drink it within the next 48 hours tops. So
Did you?
I assume he did. There's no way that
Uh,
went through. It wasn't just beer. It was Christmas ale.
It
Ooh.
was. Okay, I gotta take a slight L here. Slight L.
Oh no.
So I gave you 2 massive,
Yeah, we took we
to go,
took comfort cups to go.
Nice.
and then I drank on it till Monday, and it still had a bit in there, and I could
This was
not
Saturday
do it.
when we were hanging out.
It was Monday night. I'm like, you know what? I can't.
You had to call it.
It lost the carbonation,
Oh
Ooh.
no.
and it just. I didn't love it from the get go, and like to lose that carbonation and that. I don't know what to call it.
It's
Yeah.
not really a
It was-
poundable beer either.
No.
No, it was heavy.
We drank one, and Flying High was like, I gotta switch after this one. I was like, oh cool, I gotta leave. Perfect.
Yeah, so I drank. I think I might have lost 2 beers tops out of that. It might have been a beer and a half.
That's honestly pretty impressive. I would have probably
That's
had to throw out
shocking.
half of it. It was. I liked.
mean,
I liked it. I liked it better than you, I think. And yeah, I would have thrown out plenty of it.
yeah, like I was trying, I was trying to slug it down. I'm like, I can't do it.
Well,
I
that's
don't
an
think-
interesting question. That's an interesting question. What do you think would be a greater waste? To drink all of it but throw up some of it, or to leave some and throw it out but you didn't throw any of it up?
Throw it out.
Why is
Throw it out.
throwing up a waste? I don't understand. You get to taste it twice.
Oh god.
That's fucking nasty.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
All right. Well, your position has been noted.
Yeah, you guys still have to answer my question. What's the least offensive movie you've ever seen? To get back to help Jimmy to help Two Pops at work take a drink. Frosty the Snowman absolutely is not going to work. That's a Christmas movie.
It's not an offensive movie though.
Is that a Christmas movie? Actually, now that I'm thinking
Technically,
about
It
it,
is,
or is it just a snow movie?
but it's not offensive.
I think it's a birthday movie.
So it is a Christmas movie.
Least offensive movie. I'm sticking with the Rescuers Down Under, which I've never actually seen, if I'm being honest.
Those are about mice, and mice are fucking terrorists. Absolutely not. What do you got, Musclevy? What's your bid for least offensive movie you've ever seen?
Yep, it is going to be Adam Sandler's 8 Crazy Nights.
Obviously offensive. Offensive that you'd even suggest that.
Because of Adam Sandler.
And a cartoon, Adam Sandler, obviously Hanukkah. Like, come on, stop it. If we can't have Christmas movies, you can't pick a Hanukkah movie.
It's gotta be Die Hard.
That honestly, that's not a terrible pick. I feel like Die Hard's universally loved. I've never heard anyone say they
First
hate
of all,
Die
it's
Hard.
a Christmas movie, so it fails your first criteria.
Yeah, but it's like a debatable Christmas movie.
But
Oh,
also,
no.
isn't it one of those movies that has like a stereotypical like foreign villain?
Yeah, so
Yeah, but it's Professor Snape. Like, it's fine.
I work at a help desk, and like I brought this up like literally yesterday because yesterday was a slow day at work, and like every call I took, I said I'm
No
watching
way.
a Christmas movie in the background, and I said the Christmas movie is Die Hard, and every single person said they agreed.
Yeah.
I feel like Die Hard went from a subjective, not a Christmas movie to everybody's like, you know what, it is a Christmas movie. Everybody's finally leaning into
Gotta
it.
kill.
I think
Right,
I think
I have a
take a
confession.
drink. I think Reddit turned the tide on that.
I have a confession.
Okay.
I've never seen it.
What? What do you mean?
You need to watch. It's a great action flick. Go to bed and watch it. You'll be happy.
I had a friend
What do you, did
who
you say,
I
did
told
you
this
say
a few-
go to bed and watch it?
Yeah, exactly.
What do you mean go to bed? How can you
Well,
watch
like
it if you went
lay
to
in
bed?
bed and watch it, and
If
Mother, what's
you
your
have a
Christmas-
TV in your bedroom, go to bed and watch it.
who doesn't?
I will say a friend of
don't.
mine loves it, and she
Got a second kill.
She had found out that I had never drank.
Take a drink.
She had found out I had never seen it, and she's like, "Here's what we're doing. New Year's, you're gonna come over. We're gonna watch like we're gonna do a marathon. We're gonna watch all of them." And then I was all excited about it, but
you
then
don't have to do that. Oh my god, terrible.
it fell
time.
through. We didn't end up doing it, but then there was the promise that we were gonna still at least watch the first one at some point. Then COVID hit, and
Oh no. Yeah, you
it just
definitely
fell
got to
by the
watch that. The first movie is good.
Very good.
What if I watch them what if I watch the most recent one first, and that
Yes.
way they only get better?
Yes, that's actually a great idea. For multiple reasons, and then you have
I
to guess
actually
what
agree with
happens in the
that.
previous ones. Well, that was a Two Pops proposal, and we want Pantsman to do it for the Fast and Furious franchise.
Oh, that's right. I forgot that was the thing we need to do. We need to do that for sure.
Yeah, well, that's what we're gonna start the new year with.
Okay. I'm down with that. I'm
Two Pops-
100% into that.
Okay, we're
I
doing it.
would
then.
love to. I would love to rewatch that series backwards. To be honest.
Great. I'm into. I'm joining the watch party. Two Pops, have you seen Die Hard, or is this one of the movies you haven't seen, which is most of them? Two Pops, buddy. All right. Well, we can presume he died hard.
That's fucking awful.
Yeah. But,
I had an awful day. I'm not gonna lie.
no, you didn't. Your day was way better than mine.
Do you want to hear what my worst call of the day was?
Yes, yes, I do.
I had a 50-minute agent call on how to log in, but she only spoke Spanish and I had to use a translator.
Oof.
What? Okay. Why did you? It was like training for you.
No, this was an actual agent that only spoke Spanish, and I had to support her, so I had to call I had a competent translator in to help me speak to her. And then it wasn't
Holy
even
shit!
satisfying because at the end of the 45 minutes to an hour, the line went dead, and I called her back, and I couldn't I had a callback number for it, I couldn't get her, and
That
it
is
was
wild.
an hour worth of waste, and I was so frustrated.
What? Why you guys don't have Spanish to help support? You have to just take any language that calls you.
Well, we have translator. We can get a translator conference tent that asks to translate.
Oh, so
Obviously,
you had a third. I thought you meant you pulled up like an app, like you were Google translating or some shit.
Well, I was able to. I can actually call a translator and have a translator join the call and do
Oh,
between
then
the two of us.
why is that a
But
big
like
deal?
translating over languages and error codes in a website is difficult.
I don't think Erica is just a number. What do you? That's not a problem.
No, so she had like 4 different. Like I never really found her root issue. Every time I asked what the root issue was, it changed.
Her root issue is she doesn't speak English.
and then,
Racist.
and then like she goes, everybody else in the office is fine besides me. I'm like, you need to talk to your internal IT person. Like, does she have an internal
Wait,
IT person?
you are the internal IT person. Isn't it the same company?
No, no. It's a different company. This is an external agent.
Oh, I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah. So I work for a big insurance company, and then like we have a bunch of smaller agencies, and one of the smaller agencies calls in for help, and she said everybody else in the
Wait. Is
office.
this what do you if you have smaller agencies, it's still the same company.
No, they're like agent codes of the subcompany. Insurance is weird, man.
Yeah, none of what you just said meant anything.
Insurance is weird. Let's put it
Great,
that way.
great.
However, uh, I go, do you have an internal IT company? And she said, yeah. And I said, well, you should ask them. And she did not want to ask them.
If that was an
And
option, why wouldn't she start there? Why would she call you first?
I'll drink to that, my friend.
By the way, I want to chime in just to say that I've got a genuine candidate for least offensive movie.
Please present.
Groundhog Day.
Oh, that is a good pick. I don't even think that's rated R. And if it is, it's just because he tries to kill himself multiple
Because like
times.
it's got some dark humor in it, but it's like there's no real violence, there's no real sex, there's no real religion.
And it's
It's
not as
got a
dark,
nice message.
It's not nearly as dark as it should be.
Yeah.
Cool, I
That's a-
got one.
That's a good pick. All right, what do you got?
Hold on, I forgot. I gotta ask Kira.
That's not okay. Take a drink for that.
Alright.
Both for the name and also for I've
Forgetting-
got one.
forgetting
I
the
need
name.
to ask what it is.
Forgetting the
Hey,
name
Beb.
absolutely counts.
What's that movie?
Hey, Beb.
Super offensive.
Offensive. Oh boy.
Where they dig the holes.
That sentence.
Oh.
It's holes.
I do like holes. Holes is offensive because it didn't match up to the book.
Holes is the
She told me to leave. She's yelling at me.
I'm gonna listen
There's
to
a lot of.
Booth. It'll be fine.
Holes is offensive because it's got Shia LaBeouf in it.
I love Shia LaBeouf. It was pretty crazy,
Why?
Shia. Because he was even Steven.
Oh boy.
You didn't like Even Stevens? I got a kill, by the way. And then
It was whatever. It was not great.
false, but why? Let's think. Is holes offensive?
Holes is not offensive. That's PG.
I mean, it can't be offensive. Yeah, I got nothing there. That's a good pick.
It's a good one, right?
Yeah, I think so.
How about National Treasury? or National Treasure?
Oh, the fact that you don't know the name's a bad sign.
It's with
National Treasury is like the movie that was released a year later to like confuse people and get them to buy it thinking they're getting Nick Cage, and instead it's just a shitty knockoff.
Okay, let's
There's
face it. Nick Cage has been shitty after all those. So
Okay, that we
No,
have to do a
Nick
Nick
Cage
Cage
is
episode
probably
at
in the
some point.
knockoff of National Treasure.
He would totally do it. I would absolutely watch Nick Cage in National Treasury. That'd be amazing.
We know a lot of movies. Like if you look at even like Fast and Furious, like they instead of just saying 1, 2, and 3, like they always want to come up with like some weird, clever version. Like it's fast, too furious, and then it's like just this one's just Fast and Furious. There's no thes,
That
and
one's
and I
super
feel
annoying,
like
actually.
and then I feel like instead of National Treasure 2, they should have just been like this one's called National Treasury.
You didn't like that it was called the I think it was the Book of Secrets was number 2.
I don't remember.
It's got some subtitle.
The worst I think was there was Suicide Squad, and then a year later they came out with The Suicide Squad, or vice versa. Like they just added a the.
Is that why it's so hard to figure out which one's which?
Yeah, so ridiculous.
Yeah, it should definitely be Suicider Squad. That'd be much better. The second
Or
one was
Suicide
supposed to be actually,
Squads.
yeah. Well, then you'd have to have 2 squads. They
Fine.
can't get that budget.
I don't think I ever watched Book of Secrets.
It's actually pretty good. Especially if you consider it's a Nick Cage sequel, it's very good.
Oh shit! I just realized, isn't National Treasure the knockoff movie trying to ride the coattails of the Angels and Demons and Da Vinci Code movies?
Oh, is it? It's actually a good movie.
I think
I
they were
don't know
coming
if
out around the same time.
I don't know if it's a knockoff, but it's worth your time.
I think
Tupac.
are they similar premises?
I should check it out.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't watch movies.
I know.
What about Blank Check? That's not offensive.
With
Is that a movie?
It's like a Disney. I think it's a DCOM, a Disney Channel original.
What?
I like that.
I don't.
National Treasure 3 is gonna be coming out on Disney Plus.
Nobody's
Fantastic.
offended by Blank Check.
I've never heard of it.
It's
What?
a good movie. I don't remember what the point was, but there is a check that it's blank. That's the only thing I remember. It's a little kid going up against a big guy. Cannot tell you why.
Yeah, and he buys himself all those awesome things. It's not offensive.
Don't even remember that part.
Oh my god, no! This movie is offensive. Literally, I just looked it up. First of all, it's 35 minutes. Oh no, it's an hour and 35 minutes. I thought it was 35 minutes
Short.
long.
That's normal average time.
Honestly,
But-
it feels like an hour 10.
The
Actually,
picture,
feels like the perfect amount of time.
the picture
great.
is a
Great movie.
12-year-old boy with a backwards cap
Yeah.
and
I do
a
remember
book
the
bag
backwards
full of cash,
So
and he's
so far not
looking,
offensive.
he's turning his face backwards to look at the camera, and he's got sunglasses on, and they're on the bridge of his nose.
Yeah,
That's enough for me to say I'm offended by this existing.
you're offended too easily.
Yeah, you snowflake.
Yeah.
What?
So that, you got it.
It's cold in here. It's like a blizzard.
Wait, two pops.
Hmm?
Take a drink. I almost called you your real name.
I
Have
think you did actually.
Have you watched Die Hard? Have you read Die Hard? Jesus
No.
Christ.
I
No,
read
I've
the
not seen Die Hard.
novelization.
No, I've not seen Die Hard.
You should do that.
Well,
That-
it's a movie, so
Propose that at your next work get together or whatever the fuck you do for a job, whatever that nonsense is.
I'm sure the wife has seen it, but not me.
Yeah, I'm sure the wife has seen it because she's a normal person. Of course
No,
she's seen
yeah,
it.
true.
Well,
Can you ask her? Is she awake?
yeah, you want me to go ask her real quick?
Yes, I would love
Yes.
to. Yes, please.
All right, I'll be right back.
By the way,
to
I feel
national-
like
back to
this.
hot national treasure talk.
Well, I just want to interject to say I love that true to form, our episode about Hanukkah is devolved into talking about anything but Hanukkah. Like that is the perfect
I forgot we
American.
started late. We should
approach.
jump into Hanukkah. Okay.
I don't. Okay, I'm waiting.
So tonight is we're gonna band together. We're not gonna be against each other like normal.
Ooh.
That's right.
Oh, that's weird.
It is weird. Well, and we're handling a weird subject, right? So Hanukkah is on its best day a mid-tier holiday, right? Like it's certainly not a top 5.
I
Um,
don't
you
know if
you
I'd
get
say
8
that.
gifts. Okay, you get 8 gifts. What other
It is,
holidays do you
yeah.
get 8 gifts on?
Christmas you get way more.
Well, no, I don't think you can. I don't think you can. I don't think you can declare it a second tier holiday. You don't celebrate it, so I think we would have to talk to somebody who actually celebrates it to rank its
Well,
quality.
I was going to ask that to Muscle V. Relax.
Okay.
But I'm explaining my perspective is that all Jewish holidays are fucking horrible from everyone you guys have described to us. And
Kanye coming out again.
No, this is the Muscle V Boo Boy explanation of them. So like I feel like we're close. I've heard about a lot of them. All of them are terrible. And I think you guys accept that. So I guess let's start there. Do you accept that as a premise, Muscle V? Do you think Jewish holidays are generally not super fun?
The majority of them do include some sort of fasting.
Yeah,
So
horrible.
I would agree
What
with
about
that.
furiousing? Do they have a lot of furiousing?
Um,
I actually enjoy fasting.
Top tier joke.
Get the fuck out of here! What is wrong with you?
Yes, stop it.
You
I
you
do.
enjoy
No,
green
you
beans
don't.
and fasting. That's what I
Not
know
gre-
about you so far.
What was the first thing?
What
Green
an,
beans.
Oh, I like green beans.
what an
But-
accurate description of Tupac.
but wouldn't that make Hanukkah a top tier Jewish holiday because you're not fasting, you actually get something?
Well, yeah, that's why I didn't qualify it. I said it's a mid-tier holiday on its best day. As a Jewish holiday, it's definitely the best one, right? I assume you don't have any Jewish holidays higher than that. Is that correct?
I have to think through them, but it's definitely a top one.
Why do you have to think through it? You've done them your whole life. You must have a pretty good idea of what the holidays are and where they stack up on your enjoyment scale. How about this? What's number like what's in the top 3?
I've never sat
Stop
down
it.
and thought about all the Jewish holidays
Okay.
just
well,
on them like by themselves.
okay. Well, take a second to think about it. Two Pops, did she see Die Hard?
Yeah, she said. Of course, I
she's
see
not-
Die Hard. Who
of
hasn't
course
seen
she's-
Die Hard?
Correct. That's a correct
And then I
stance.
said, me, and she said, yes, you have. And I said, no, I haven't. She said, well, that's fucking weird.
No,
That is-
she said I want a divorce.
She said, you're weird. And I said, I'm like,
Correct.
so you have seen it? And she's like, yeah, like 10 times. And then
Yeah,
she
she's a normal
said,
person.
and I'm like, yeah, I've
100%.
never seen it. And she said, that's weird. And then I walked out and came back.
All of that sounds perfectly accurate to what I know of you two.
So, that
right.
was basically spot on, actually, the whole conversation. Maybe the tone was off by a slight bit on one or the two voices. I'm not
Does
sure
she
which,
have
but-
energy?
Probably.
Well, she's in bed. She's in bed right now.
She probably
but,
popped up and was like, "Holy shit, you've never seen Die Hard?"
Well, she did have more energy after I said that than prior. So that's fair. I'll give you that.
Okay, Muscle, you've had about 4 seconds, which should be plenty of time. Do you have a top 3?
I have a top 2.
Okay, right. I think this speaks to my point, but fair. What are the top? What is your 2 favorite Jewish holidays?
So I'm gonna say for the Jewish people because it's not just for me, but I would say Passover is probably like
I'm sorry,
number
what?
1 for everyone. Because I don't really,
Oh.
I don't
Weird way
really,
to
okay,
start
that's
the phrase.
That's interesting. Yeah, that's a really interesting sentence you just dropped there. And what's number 2?
actually I'm gonna say 3. Okay, Purim. I think Purim's
Okay.
actually number 1, not Passover. Purim's number 1. I
Oh
think.
my God, what?
Yeah, because Purim, it's like you're supposed to dress up and do like all that like.
We've
Weird.
discussed Purim on the show because it's Jewish Halloween, right?
Yeah, so for me, it doesn't like I don't really dress up or anything like that on Purim, right? So that's why I was saying for me, like I don't really care too much for it. But if you're like Orthodox or if you're like a kid, like it's an amazing holiday for you because you can dress up and just do weird shit like that.
When you
Here's
were,
my question about Purim and the dressing up, because obviously Halloween, yes, you dress up, but like there's a kind of a activity that goes with the dressing up, trick or treating. Obviously, you're not trick or treating for Purim, so is it just dressing up around the house.
What's weirder? There's like characters, right? Isn't that what you said before?
Well, they do stuff in the community. I've never like truly done that, but I know of it.
Well, I was
That's
gonna say, so you were a kid once, I believe. We don't know that because we met you as a
But
not
I-
kid.
but
Yeah,
not-
but his
I'm not
Halloween,
Orthodox.
he got quarters, and if he was lucky, a dollar bill. So I'm not sure.
This conversation
True.
is better for Boo because he's in it every single day.
Yes, that's true. Well, he's probably not going to be on the show ever again, so you have to be our representative. Do you think Boo? How do you think Boo would rank the holidays? How about that?
He
Who
would
likes the coat the best?
probably- I would say he likes Purim probably the best.
You think? So I've overestimated Hanukkah, or I've grossly underestimated Purim. Sounds like.
Yeah, Jewish holidays aren't like the American holidays where
Yeah, they
like
fucking suck. I
like
know.
you don't have like a feast like you do on Thanksgiving. Like
Yeah, God forbid.
you're supposed
I
to
mean,
eat.
you shouldn't be comparing it to the general holiday. You should be comparing it to like the Catholic holidays.
Yeah, on like Passover, you're supposed to eat a shit ton and drink a shit ton of wine, so that's cool and all. But when you think of the backstory, you're like, oh yeah, it's kind of fucked up.
Yeah, giving up the firstborn.
So on this holiday, you work 16 hours instead of having the day off.
Yeah.
It's like reversed, and it shows willpower and determination.
So wait, what was so the second one was Passover, Purim's first,
That-
and
you don't
Hanukkah's
hate
three?
it.
Yeah, of course you
I
love
would
it.
probably say Hanukkah's second and Passover's third, because
Okay.
you can't really eat bread on Passover, so that's kind of a downer.
Well, for you, what's your three?
Um, so I kind of don't like Passover because in my family we have a very long start like Passover, like the dinner drags on for like 4 hours. So it's like yes,
Oh
there's
my
there's
God,
a lot
you're-
of
Your
food.
nightmare.
There's a lot of food, but it's like you have to like
But
read
so much talking.
yeah, you have to like read a book and all that shit and go through the story of Passover, right? So it's like I like all the food, I like all the
Awful.
wine,
Oh my God,
but
fucking awful.
yeah, I don't
Was
want
it
to
the
sit there
same
for
story every time?
Of course.
Yeah, it's the story of
This-
Passover.
Is it,
Story-
wait,
story
is
doesn't
it told by
change.
the most monotonous of your relatives?
Yeah, probably.
No, we go around. There's, I mean, the youngest.
Oh wait,
is
you guys, do you play popcorn to figure out who reads next?
No, I mean the youngest always has a thing that they say. They sing the Manish Nama song.
Can you sing it for us now?
So you have to have
I'm-
homework to
I'm
lead
not
on
Oh,
this
so
So if
holiday.
you're the youngest for like always, like if you're the last one,
If
like
you're the
10 years,
youngest,
you're the-
yeah,
Yeah,
you
right.
have
Wow.
You're a
you have, like, a
40-year-old
job.
doing it.
yeah.
As a Catholic, we would never commit to learning something for a holiday. It would
You know-
never happen.
You don't have to learn it. It's in the book.
We don't open the book. We hard pass on that.
Yeah.
we are fast on it.
I mean, I've been to Passover like services or dinners where it's like 30 minutes and you're good to go. Like I would highly prefer that, but that is not how mine is.
The express lane version.
Yeah.
What,
Can you
why,
sing it?
Wait, why did you go to a Passover version that was not with your family?
That was when I was in a past relationship.
Mm.
Oh,
We know who that is because there was only the one. Here's the
I know,
question.
yeah. We should dive into that at some point.
Here's
Yeah,
the
fair enough.
question. Can you sing the song?
I'm not going to.
What if I
Can
keep
you?
asking
Can,
you?
can use the question, not will you?
If I look up the lyrics, I can. Or the
Well, if I
verse
look
or
up the
whatever.
lyrics, I could fucking sing it too.
Well,
Shut up.
that might not be true. Are they English?
No, it's Hebrew.
Yeah, you
Oh.
couldn't do that even if you looked it up.
I can do Hebrew better than Muscle B. I guarantee it.
Well,
That's inaccurate.
We'll have a Hebrew.
That
out
is
there.
actually plausible.
That is inaccurate. I went to
I
Jewish.
just remember where we would go to the Shabbat dinners at the Hillel house, and I thought I thought me and Jeeves would both be the odd man out. I thought he'd be as uncomfortable as I am at this basically church service, and then he's singing louder than everybody else, and I'm just like, what is happening?
Love Shabbat. I do not understand why. It does seem like as Jewish people, you guys try to work in sermons whenever food's around, which doesn't make sense. It's like I'm only focused on food. Why are you guys trying to
Yeah,
teach
but
me
think about
something?
this. Think about this. Would you rather go to a church where you've got food? Because like all you get at like a Christian service is those stupid crackers.
Okay, they're not stupid. It's the body of Christ. Also, they're vaguely delicious.
Yeah, but I mean, Christ's body isn't very filling, is it?
I
As
could
an
use more.
outsider
I could
looking
use
in,
more
I would
food.
say probably stupid.
Yeah.
Seems stupid.
Okay. Why? Because we bless some bread and say that that's actually the body of Christ, and then bless some wine and say that's his blood. How is that stupid?
Yeah, you could just not eat anything. You just
What?
pretend. You just keep
You want to
pretending.
fast? You're just
You
like,
just-
oh, if only I could fast.
What's stupid
Yeah,
is
I mean, at that point, if you're just eating a cracker, yes, you should be fasting.
It's not a cracker. It's a wafer. It's very thin.
so
Even worse.
what's stupid is
I do wish I could order like 4.
So I was at a Catholic wedding and people are lining up to get this food and I'm like, okay, my turn, and I was told I'm not
Oh
allowed.
no,
I'm like,
I've got you
said
beat.
Who told you
I've-
that?
my wife.
Well, it's
Oh.
true. You're not allowed.
Well, I was gonna say the priest wouldn't have stopped you. He wouldn't have known. He wouldn't have
Well,
looked at
yeah,
you.
nobody
like,
would know. But
You're Jewish.
Yeah, but people
Absolutely
people
not.
started getting down on their knees and stuff, and the guy behind me was like literally right on me as I was sitting there. I'm like, dude,
I've
that was
back
the gay
off.
orgy you were at.
I've went to right. I've went to church my whole life. People do some crazy shit. I have no idea what the options are for that. All I've ever done is put my hand out. People they do crazy things. I watched a guy do the worm once and still get the bread. I have no idea.
I was the first Catholic mass I ever attended was my grandmother's funeral, and I remember they did the communion thing, and my mom like looked at me and my brothers. So I've never before or since have I seen her this serious, but she looked at us with just absolute crazy in her eyes and said, "Do not go up there. It's not for you."
Awesome.
And then she went up and did it.
All right, I gotta curtail this. I forgot how late this is already, so we gotta get into it. So anyway, let's say it's worst case, it's top 3 Jewish holidays. Still a mid-tier holiday. Best case, I think it's our job as people that celebrate good holidays. We have to fix Hanukkah. We have to make some proposals to it as a team, because obviously we're not qualified to do it as individuals. So Muscle V, what I want you to do is tell us something about Hanukkah, whether you like it or not. Don't tell us if you enjoy it or you hate it, whatever. And then we'll see if we can come up with a better version of it. And if we run out of things, I got a couple of prompts for us, okay?
You spin the dreidels to play a game with fake money, like the chocolate coins.
Okay, great. So the dreidel game, and you gamble on it with fake chocolate, with real chocolate coins.
Real chocolate, but it's like fake coins. Yeah.
Fake
Right.
money, real chocolate.
All
Okay.
right. All right, we just jump in with suggestions.
Yeah, I think so. I think
Okay, I've got an idea.
We're going to work on it as a collective. We're going to try to improve this system.
Oh, I got an idea.
Well,
Oh, you go ahead.
so my idea is that fake chocolate coins are great because you get a nice little treat of chocolate. But what's better is those tickets you get at the arcade when you're a kid at the Discovery Zone or whatever. And so you should like win tickets.
Because you just dated yourself. I don't think Discovery Zones existed for 20 years.
Oh yeah, no, that's true. So you get tickets and you can exchange them for like the little rubber thing that you like throw at the wall and it sticks to the wall or whatever.
Or one army man.
Or an eraser.
Who's exchanging it though? Like you're not at an arcade. You're like at your house.
Yeah, you give to your weird uncle who made you sing a song because you're the youngest.
Dude, there's one. I look at it. I just found one.
Okay,
Dude, that thing looks dope.
it probably is dope, honestly.
Sorry,
Oh
what
my
are you looking at?
gosh.
Okay, can you stay focused for a second? What is your
Discovery Zone. Oh my god.
Discovery Zone.
Wow, I forgot how awesome that is. Dude,
Discovery Zone
it-
is
It's like
fucking cool.
8 stories tall with
No,
like
it isn't. It's 3 stories max, but it's like they're like half stories.
it's epic.
It's 8 floors.
It's like 3
but,
children's stories.
Yeah, you couldn't fit in any of the stories.
You want me to show you this? Yes, I could.
No, you couldn't. You haven't fasted nearly enough to get through any
Yeah.
of those
Oh
floors.
yeah. Oh yeah, I could.
Oh yes, please send it. Also, what's your fix? Let's hear it, because we'll throw a couple fixes out there, see which one we like the best.
Look, mine.
Yeah.
Oh, this is easy. I guarantee this will win.
Okay.
This is
It's not win.
100%.
We're all team. We're just going to try to help Muscle V have a better holiday this year.
Oh, okay. This is 100% Jewish spirit type thing. Instead of the chocolate coins, I mean, chocolate coins are good. I think you should also gamble those. But
Chocolate
I
coins
think
should be used
the
more, right?
the
Not used nearly
ultimate,
enough.
I think the ultimate loser of the Dreidel game, should have to sleep outside in the
What?
cold.
What?
Yeah.
That's great. That's the growth. You were really
Because
confident
that's
about
what
that
a
one.
real failure
How
is
is
when you
that
lose
more
all of your
fun?
coins.
Well,
If you
stakes,
decide to
man.
gamble all of your coins and you lose everything, you become homeless and you sleep outside. Just like in real life. And it
it's a
teaches the
kid's
kids
game,
early.
right? It's a kid's
Oh
game,
my
right?
god. Yeah,
Yeah, but it teaches the
Well, they're
kids
young.
early about, you
Fiscal
know,
responsibility.
right,
The
and how
cruelty of the lack of a social safety net in this
gambling.
country.
Exactly. So you don't want
The
to
importance
ever
of having
gamble away
money.
all of your coins. You don't want to gamble away all your coins.
I can see where you're coming from and why you think this could improve the game, but I don't know how it makes the game more fun. Is the problem.
Oh, are you kidding?
Okay.
It definitely
First-
adds to the drama of the game, and if you
Right?
don't lose, it's way more fun.
Okay, if you were
Objectively
about to
more
put someone to sleep outside, and they wanted to, would you not be so pumped up to watch this next spin?
absolutely hate your verbiage of put them to sleep outside. That is absolutely a euphemism
Think
for
about how
murdering
much
your
more
dog.
exciting that is than when you're like, well, this is for one chocolate coin. You're gonna
Yeah.
be like, oh my god, this one's to
That-
get you to sleep
That
outside.
would be the most intense dreidel spin you've ever had. in
Here's
your
the
life.
other
Oh my
here's the
God.
other thing, and I don't know if this makes it better or worse. I'm pretty sure any overbearing Jewish mother is not going to let her child sleep, blanketless outside on the grass. She's
Did
going
we
to
say?
make
I'm sorry.
30 minutes,
Did we
right?
say blanketless? I missed that.
No. I'm just saying. What I'm saying is that the
Put blankets
mother
out
is
there.
going to set up the coolest tent with the best. It's going to be.
Oh.
It's actually going to become the prize. You
Oh.
get to camp out on the lawn
Oh, you
with all
flipped
kinds
that
of
on
cool
you,
shit.
motherfucker. Deal with that, two pops.
That's fine. But I think the first 30 minutes is gonna be torturous. It's gonna teach them a lesson.
I love that your improvement for a holiday is to add torture.
Yeah, how does that make that
Yeah.
better?
No,
I think
it
it just
objectively
adds-
makes dreidel better. I don't know if it makes the holiday better.
I think it adds to the spirit of not being gluttonous. Just like
I also
you
The
were
worst
saying.
part. The
I am
worst
We're not here
part.
to eat turkeys. We're not here to eat ham. We're not here to shoot off fireworks, bitch. We're here to teach you about fiscal responsibility
not
on
be
our
homeless.
holidays.
Oh,
You're ruining
We're gonna
it.
work
Muscle V.
16 hours.
Muscle V. Is dreidel the very last thing that happens, or is it like you play dreidel and then you do other things?
Yeah, do people dreidel throughout the night?
Yeah,
Like you
it's
just
just-
get challenged in dreidel randomly?
it's just throughout the night. Yeah, it's like, well,
Because I'm telling you, what's going to happen is that kid's going to lose, and then they're going to move on, and then it's going to be like, all right, it's bedtime. Get outside.
Well, no, wait.
It's
Well,
so dark.
Yeah.
I think you
no,
have to
the
remember,
parents
like-
would make them. That's part
What-
of the
well, the
holiday.
Oh my god.
no,
Just
no
like
Jewish.
the youngest sings a song. The loser of the dreidel game, first one with no money, sleeps outside. It's no different.
No
I
Jewish
am
We're
parents.
here to
would-
celebrate the miracle of oil staying lit
First
for
of all,
8 days, and we're going to celebrate it by torturing one of our children.
if he told you on the Pooh Ran holiday, what was it called?
Purim.
Purim.
Pooh Ran.
That-
Pooh Ran.
That's where we send kids from the Midwest to go fight wars.
If he was to tell you that that's part of the ritual, you guys would have been like, "Oh, okay, that makes sense." You wouldn't have fucking argued. Are you kidding me?
I mean, that's true, right? There's definitely some things from Jewish holiday. If they just said it, I'd be like, yeah, I guess that's what you do. I don't know.
That's how realistic my idea is of getting them to sleep outside for fiscal responsibilities. You believe that?
I will
I think
say,
that-
there is a holiday where you are only allowed to eat outside.
Yeah, is it
and
fucking
people,
Sukkot for
yeah,
Sukkot?
that is
This
Sukkot, and people do sleep
Sukkot.
outside for that holiday because if they take it literally,
See?
it's supposed to be outside.
Not in
For that holiday.
December.
Not even that. So what? It's December. It's one
I am-
day.
Yeah, also it
You're
is
gonna die.
because it was the fall, I think. It's definitely
You're gonna
cold
die.
when Sukkot
It's
happens.
like,
So far,
it's like
I-
October. Yeah, it's
I'm not
like,
gonna let somebody
It's
die.
chilly.
So far, our ideas are instead of getting little chocolates, you can also get fun little toys. Also, one of you is tortured.
I am worried that people will think Two Pops is putting on an act. This is absolutely what he believes. 100%.
I have no doubt that he in his head before he said anything was like, they're not even going to push back on this. Like this is foolproof. This is it.
Why would anyone question this?
I think it's a genius idea, but okay.
I mean, it 100% ramps
It comes
up
straight
drama.
with the what's it called?
Crazy.
The leap
I don't
year
know.
day.
The leap year, right?
That would be the best holiday.
It's on brand.
Leap year. Oh my gosh, my dog is crying so much.
Uh,
Why don't you teach him a lesson and leave him outside?
yeah. Why
about
do you run
to.
out of coins?
Well, I'm about to do Dreidel with her right now and see who wins.
Awesome. Oh my god! I hope you lose,
She's them fucking dumb, so.
idiot.
Jesus. All right. Should we move on to the next?
Well, wait.
Revolution.
So again, we got our resident expert. Well, does anyone have any other suggestions to improve the Dreidel game?
Don't invite
Alright, I
Two
gotta let the
Pops.
dog out.
Yeah, I would. Absolutely. Two Pops absolutely not.
First of all, I'm a man of culture and of the people.
I don't know if you're a man of the people from your example,
There's
but
10 people at my party, 9 of them are about to have a great time. I'll be back.
Put that
you're a
on the
man-
invitation, please.
You're a man of the majority of the people. Great. Okay, so what I do want to do is go around. There's no other suggestions, right? Dreidel, we've figured it out. We've got 2 solid ones.
We've improved it. Yeah.
I wouldn't say figure it out, but sure.
Well, wait. So first we got to guess: is this something that Musclevy already likes about Hanukkah? Are we improving something that he likes, or are we fixing something that he hates? So, Pants Man, I go to you. Do you think this is something he enjoys?
I think when he was a kid, he probably enjoyed it. I think now he just wants chocolate.
Let's make it easy. We're only talking current day. Does Musclevy like the Dreidel game?
I think it's a game, therefore, no, he doesn't like it. The game without a controller, I should say.
Two Pops, are you with us, or did you are you and your dog playing Dreidel? Okay. Fine. I'm going to assume it's a game you still enjoy because you could win chocolates, and you vaguely like gambling as long as the stakes are low. Is that correct?
I'm very indifferent to it. I don't really care for it because I typically don't play it.
This is going to be tough because you're indifferent towards literally everything in life, but fair enough.
Yeah, on a scale of indifferent from like I've never thought about it to I'll take it or leave it. Where are you? 1 to 10.
Yeah, how indifferent are you?
We need a scale, a spectrum for your indifference.
I would say 5.
5.
Okay.
The most indifferent you could possibly be.
Perfectly indifferent. Wow, okay.
Now,
I don't know
on
what
a
else you
scale from-
expected out of me.
I don't either. On a scale from 1 to 10, how much did we fix your? Let's say 1, we made it way worse. 10, we made it way better.
Yeah.
Where do you land? What did we do?
So I'm gonna go high on this one with a 5.
Also, would you like to reject any of the changes?
Everything you guys mentioned in the past 10 minutes rejected.
You want to reject the whole conversation?
Preferably, yeah.
You'd like to reject the show? Is that fair? You just want to throw this whole thing out?
Correct.
Okay, great.
That's a fair statement.
Next order of business? What do you got for us? What's another piece of Hanukkah?
You have to light the candle every single day for 8 days. You start with 1 candle the first day, 2 candles on the second, and so on until you reach 8.
I think this is something everyone knows. I think the one thing, if you asked a random person who doesn't know many Jewish people, they could probably tell you how this works, I would think.
Well, I will volunteer that I misunderstood how it worked because I had heard the story about how it was this lamp or whatever, and it was only supposed to last a day, but it lasted 8 days, and that was why they symbolized that with the candle. I misunderstood. I genuinely thought that because I know every day they light a different candle. I thought that they would light a candle and leave it lit, and it would stay lit for 8 days, and then on the second day they'd light another candle, and it would stay lit for 7 days. I thought these were magic candles. I didn't know how candles worked. I thought that.
Yeah, I was gonna say you thought physics stopped existing because there's a
Yeah.
holiday. What do you mean?
And I was so disappointed to find out they light them and then blow them out each
Nope.
day.
No,
So,
you're not allowed to blow them out. They have to
You,
Oh,
I
I
mean,
die
apologize.
on their own.
okay, man, you're one of the gays. You know how candles work. Why did you think that they would just last forever?
well, in fairness, this was like when I was younger. Now, I was too old to not know how candles work, but I was young enough that I never really used candles as a boy.
Yeah, well, that's fair. But I don't. I think I have used like 6 candles in
Really?
my life.
Really?
Which thing are you reallying?
Discount Drug Mart has the best candles.
What?
Okay, didn't see that coming.
It lasts like 120 hours, bro.
Okay.
And then don't blame.
They definitely don't last 8 days though.
Well, here's my improvement to the menorah, which is that you build an eternal flame menorah. So instead of a candle made of wax, it's a device hooked up to like a propane tank, and each of the 8 pieces is like there's like a little twisty, and it'll release some of the gas, and then you light it, and then that will just stay lit until you turn the whole thing off.
What about
So
like the
each-
safety violation of potentially going to bed or leaving the house with your
Well,
propane tank on?
Yes,
Yeah,
that is
I don't
a
love
risk.
having an explosive.
We're gonna bring in another Jewish tradition. Somebody's
Gotta kill.
Somebody. Oh, we'll drink. Somebody's gonna sit shiva with the menorah.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you not know what that means, Chief?
I assume it means you're watching guard probably just over a candle. If I had
I'm
to
assuming
guess.
you can explain it best, Muscle V.
It's when someone dies and like that's the mourning period after someone dies.
What?
Well,
What is?
okay.
Why do you?
Okay, I was mistaken in thinking you would be able to explain it better. It's a mourning period, but one of the traditions, I believe.
So everyone of all time sits shiva, is what I'm hearing.
No, I think how it works, if I'm not mistaken, is for a few days before they bury the body, somebody has to be with the body at all times. So like they take turns sitting with the body, and it's called. I believe that's what it is. I could be wrong. I think that's what happens.
That's not it. That's not it at all.
Okay, explain it.
Shiva is the part after the burial, where after the person dies, where you're not allowed to do anything. So you can't cook, you can't do anything. People are supposed to bring you food, and you're literally supposed to just sit there and mourn. Like, it's pretty much what it is.
I know it's not the same thing, but once again, horrible Jewish tradition. What? I mean, I like that people are bringing me food, but I'm not allowed to do stuff. What do you?
No,
what?
you're supposed to reflect on their life.
I feel like I can mourn and like watch TV.
Okay.
How long do I have to sit shiva?
I think it's like I don't remember.
What do you
It's
mean
like-
you think?
I think it's like 7 days. It's like a week or something. I think.
That? Oh my god!
I've
Okay.
never had to do it.
You never known anyone to die?
No,
Well,
I have known people.
sorry,
It's not
who has to
immediate.
sit shiva?
The immediate family.
You've had what? How? Okay, I'm not gonna get into it. We have to handle Hanukkah. We can't get into shiva or whatever.
How
the
else
fuck
can
that
we
is.
improve the menorah?
Yeah, right. Sorry. Back on focus. So, two pops. So you might have been out of the room. We're working on fixing the lighting of the menorah. So every day they have to blow out candles and then light however many days in Hanukkah we're at. So if it's the 3rd day of Hanukkah, they light 3 candles. At the end of the day, they blow them out, and then next day they do 4. Do you have any fixes for that?
I wouldn't maybe say a fix, but maybe an opportunity. Maybe
That sounds like the business version.
maybe
of
they
it.
could start, lighting the candles there by using a welding torch and increasing their welding skills and taking over the welding industry from a
Okay.
young age. So
I
maybe
think-
once they hit 6 years old, they start welding.
So
I was going in a similar route because I was to appeal to Muscle V. I was going to say, why don't they use a flamethrower to light the candles?
Yeah. I feel like they need to be using something else to be.
Yeah,
lighting.
why-
Okay,
are
but
we
those
just
are
using-
wait. Those are two. While they have similarities, those are two wildly different answers. Because once again, for some reason, instead of trying to make the holiday more fun, Two Pops is obsessed
Oh.
with teaching lessons.
No. Two Pups is trying
Also,
to get
not
child
sure how
labor to
that's
happen.
less fun.
I just think welding candles would be more fun than lighting them with a lighter. But your ultimate goal is to get the like 6-year-olds welding, which I don't love.
Why?
Again, child labor is something we don't love in this country.
I do want to bring up a point. Like, what
Do you
American?
think they'd have fun with it?
I do think they would enjoy it more.
Okay, do you think they have fun playing soccer?
Yeah. Yes.
Why do you give them to do either thing?
What? Are you?
Why do you get them to do either thing? For enjoyment purposes, physical activity, fun, long-term success purposes?
You're a crazy person. I love it. Yeah, obviously you want them to get out and move. Also, it's fun. It is fun. Fun is a perfectly fine reason. Okay, I got another suggestion for you, Musclevy, before we delve back, before you rate everything.
Can't wait.
We're already torturing the little kid. We're making him sing a song and recite whatever the fuck for no reason. We should make the littlest kid light a candle one of the days and make it a trick candle so that they can't light it properly and they think that they failed Hanukkah. Obviously, it's worse for the little kid, but for everyone else, how hilarious would that be?
Okay. Is that all your guys' ideas?
Yeah, any other ideas?
Yeah, that's what I got.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and tell us how we did.
So
Wait, sorry, wait. Do you guys think that Musclevy likes the lighting of the candles?
I think fire's always a winner. I'm going to say he's a solid 5.1.
Oh yes, you might have been out of the room, Two Pops. We're also judging on an indifference scale how indifferent Musclevy is. So if 1 is indifferent and 10 is very indifferent,
I gave him, based on his rating, I gave him a very, very high score, which is 5.1.
it'd be shocking if we hear anything but a 5.
Yeah, I was gonna say, does he often care?
No. It Musclevy cares about very little in life. Period.
5.
So do you think he generally likes both of you? Do you think he likes it or dislikes it?
Like I said,
I mean,
I
he
think
cares.
he likes it than dislikes it.
Yeah.
I think he thinks of it as a chore, especially the way he described it. I think he dislikes the whole kerfluffle. Musclevy?
I actually like lighting candles a lot,
Yes!
I'm surprised to hear that.
but my score will be a 5, just to keep on brand.
Yeah, we know. What do you think of our fixes?
Name me one American holiday that has you do chores or work,
Okay.
Yeah.
like welding. For example, if I was gonna throw one out, like welding.
I feel like if we were being smart, we would have transformed the candles into fireworks, but instead with welding.
I don't think Musclevy would go for it. He wouldn't stand for that. Also, where were you 2 minutes ago?
Well, I didn't think of it until he said words.
Until words were said.
Okay, what about the other ones, Musclevy?
Flamethrower. I mean, I always like a good flamethrower. However, I don't know how realistic that is because you're literally doing it at your house.
Yeah, it's not like it's going to rain inside the house. So what do you need the flamethrower for?
Exactly. So that was stupid. Whoever said that.
Okay, that was me.
What was the other one? What was the last one?
Eternal flame propane-based menorahs.
I like the eternal flame because then it just lit all the time, but I don't like the propane base because, again, it can catch fire and blow up.
What? Just for
Holy
clarity,
shit.
is there a different fuel you feel would be better suited?
Yeah, if it just
Whoa,
magically
magic.
stayed on.
Yes, man,
Oh,
magic.
I'm sorry. I didn't know that was an option.
Why did you think of magic?
Of course it was. It's always an option.
All right. Well, okay.
Okay, so far you got one you're super indifferent towards, one you like but are indifferent towards. What do you got? What's the next one you got for us?
I don't know if it's like traditional, but like usually sing like some songs after like the candles.
That sounds very traditional. Why?
Not
Well, how many songs do you sing, and what do you mean some?
I don't know. I feel like we don't know. Like,
What do you mean
we
you don't know?
We don't
You've
always
done this
do
your whole
it.
life.
Yeah, we don't always do it.
How often? Okay. How often
Can
do
you
you
wait?
sing
Sing one of
songs?
the songs.
How often has this occurred? Like, you've had, let's pick a not your age number. Let's say you've had 50 Hanukkahs. How many Hanukkahs would you have sang songs after the
If
lighting of the candle? Is that what you
if I'm
said?
at someone's house, there's most likely songs. If I'm doing it at like my house with my wife, there's would like
Yeah, yeah. Obviously, you're not doing it yourself. We get that.
yeah.
But you're saying generally the Hanukkah ceremony is going to have singing, and you said it's after you light a candle each night.
So you say the blessing before you light the candle. So there's blessings before, and then afterwards, typically like you sing like songs,
How many songs?
however many you want to sing.
What?
There's no. It's not like a set thing. It's just what people do.
How many? Is it? Are they singing Hanukkah songs, or are they
Yeah,
like
it's
Bust
Hanukkah.
Out
No,
Journey?
it's Hanukkah songs.
Who let
Oh.
the dogs out? Who?
Yeah.
Who?
Yeah.
Who?
Come on, baby, light my fire. Like, what? How
Oh wow.
many Hanukkah songs would you say there are?
Let's go with like 3 to 5.
Okay. And do you think like generally people are doing all five, or are they just doing like, or most people just doing like one and done?
Well, they're probably turning it on or singing it like people
You're
turn it on.
turning it on.
Yeah, you can go on like YouTube or whatever and like turn it on so it's like playing after you like the can like you don't have to sing it. It just is on in the background.
Wait, no, those are very different. Is playing music and then also singing are
Some
very
people
different
some
activities.
people sing, some people just turn it on.
What do you think like the average Jewish person's doing? Are they playing the music or are they singing the music?
Singing.
Okay. I think and do you think they're singing two? Do you think the average is 1 or 3 or 5?
Let's go with 3.
Okay. All right, guys. What do you got for fixes? How can we improve this situation?
So I would say that famously, many of the best Christmas songs
Easy.
were actually written by Jewish songwriters.
Is everyone else nervous that Two Pops just said easy?
Somebody's getting murdered in this round.
That's real
No,
bad.
this is actually good. I think actually
All right. Anyway,
there's
continue,
guaranteed
Pitch
everyone's
Man.
on board.
Yeah. So we're going to enlist the world's best songwriters of today to write not another Christmas song, which there are too many of already. We're going to have them produce at least 10 new bomber, fucking great Hanukkah songs to liven up the whole affair with great songs people will love.
Muscle, is it fair to assume these are like 1,000-year-old plus songs, or is this like Miley Cyrus wrote one? That's one of the 5.
It's any dude.
I would say
I know. I'm
probably
saying,
in the
what
last,
are the 5 that currently exist?
probably last like 20 years.
Oh, that's surprising. Okay.
20, 30 years. Like I can't imagine it being that much
Okay.
older than that.
All right. Cool. Fair to assume that it wasn't the top songwriters of the day that wrote them, though.
Correct.
Like Pants-Man didn't just create what exists.
Yeah.
He is
Okay.
changing something, I see.
I don't know.
I mean, these are songs that are going to be so popular that they're going to break out. Like, they're not going to just be isolated to Hanukkah. Like, literally, during the season, every radio is going to be playing them alongside all the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeers.
So we're talking Mariah Carey's Last Christmas.
Yeah.
So okay,
Okay.
how would you characterize the Dreidel song? Like that's been around for a while, but I wouldn't say it's been around forever.
I assume that's like 1,000 years old.
There's no way
Do
that's
you think that's a
old.
20 to 30-year-old song?
I don't know when it was
Dreidel,
written.
Dreidel, Dreidel, I made you out of clay. When was the last
Okay,
time we made
this is-
anything out of clay?
This is actually really surprising. I looked it up, and while I also would have guessed this was some ancient song that was
No way.
in the
The
Bible.
lyrics. Listen to the lyrics. That's not
Okay,
that fucking anybody talked.
Dreidel, 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 I made you yesterday. This song I wrote in 1980.
No, 1927.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
So it's old, but it's not like as old as I would have guessed.
Is Dreidel one of the songs, Muscle V?
Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna get back to that, but we have to work on our fixes. But we have to cover that in detail. Yeah, 1927. That's fine. That tracks. I would have guessed older for sure, but I don't think that's that crazy.
This is wild. So I looked up Hanukkah songs. There are 42 that came up.
No, there
The
isn't.
most the one that popped up first, which is not surprising, is the Hanukkah song by Adam Sandler from 2008.
Is there 5 of those? Because I think he's done 5 of those.
He's done 40 out of the 42.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, there's another one in 2017 that's the exact same
Yeah.
thing. It just says Adam Sandler.
No, it's the second one. It's just different celebrities. I enjoy
Um,
all of those songs for the record.
Yeah, I'm looking through it. Like most of them are that, but there are some other ones. The other person that I think is the biggest name on here is the Bare Naked Ladies.
I didn't know that.
What song is that?
Oh, it's called Hanukkah Blessings, which is really boring.
Horrible.
Hanukkah Dance. Woody Guthrie apparently made one,
Oh.
and Jack Black in 2019 wrote "Oh Hanukkah."
Oh, that's probably
Oh,
awesome.
and They Might Be Giants. They Might Be Giants put out one.
I love everything Jack Black does, so I'm in. I will check that one out. So
Oh,
who's
this
your
is
pick?
interesting. There's a Hamilton Hanukkah.
Oh, I'm in. Who's your pick for like making the new songs? Hit us with some names.
So
Or freeze completely. Whatever's fine.
I feel like you're assuming I know anything about.
I just want to hear. I just want to hear you
songwriters.
say Weezer. That's all I want to hear.
No. Definitely not them. I was gonna say the one that pops in my head, Taylor Swift should write one for sure.
Oh yeah, that would be good.
And I think Rick Rubin should produce them.
I don't know who that is.
He's famous.
Does he make Rubens? Because I enjoy that sandwich very much.
Yes, that's his thing.
All right, how about you? You think of some people you want to sing the Dreidel songs. Two Pops, what do you got? What's your fix?
All right, this is easy.
What's your surefire
So-
fix that we'll definitely agree on?
Listen, so here's what happens. Is there's afterwards, right? There's clearly gonna be songs. Everybody wants songs at their parties, and just like Muscle V's been saying, how often do you know that you have a holiday where you just want to be slave labor? Okay, fine, great. We want to have holidays where we have fun. So there's gonna be 2 wheels, 1 wheel, and it's just like old style say what karaoke. One wheel is gonna be you spin one wheel to see what song is gonna be sung, and then you sing another wheel to
Oh.
sing who's gonna be singing it.
I
And then
actually
it's
like this. I like this a lot.
And then that's how it's gonna work. That's how the songs go.
I think you've just fixed karaoke. First of all, at home karaoke. That sounds great.
I feel like
Right?
I feel like I misunderstood. What's the mechanism here? There's a wheel.
It's
2
a
wheels.
wheel. Think
2
Price
wheels.
is Right. Think, or I guess this is probably more of a Wheel of Fortune wheel.
Yeah.
Similar
yeah.
idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a,
Yeah, there's
like a
2 of
wheel.
them. Yeah. I'm in. I love this.
It's a great idea, right?
I actually think this is a good idea. Yeah.
What do you do with the wheel? I'm sorry, I completely.
There's 2 wheels. There's 2 wheels.
There's 2 wheels. Keep that
One
in
of them
mind.
has a list of shitty Jewish Hanukkah songs,
Yeah.
and one of them has a list of everyone at the party.
Yeah.
You spin one, it lands on a song. You spin one, it lands on a person. They have to sing that song. What's
I hate
unclear?
this. I hate
It's
this idea.
fantastic. What are you talking
I think
about?
it's great. I actually
That's a
think this is
perfect party
legitimately great.
thing.
I don't
That's
like.
great.
I don't like karaoke.
Actually,
I
I'm
like having a
surprised
drink
that that's
alone.
not even part of the holiday already.
Again, I think if you have people over and have ever done karaoke, I think this is a great idea.
It's fantastic.
I would
Thank
I would do
It's
that.
also a bad idea because I feel like you're going to be putting people in a situation where, like, part of the point of karaoke is you get to pick what you are, like, what's in your range or whatever.
Yep.
You're just forcing people to suck.
We're fixing that. Yeah.
You're taking the worst part of
No.
karaoke, which is the worst part of karaoke is that you're taking a good song and making it kind of shitty because it's a rando singing it, and you're just taking it up to 11. So now it's going to be a rando who doesn't even want to sing it.
Do
Yeah,
you
but I think
normally
you're
have
missing.
holidays with people you don't like?
Well, I think you're missing the negative part of karaoke, where when there's that like one or two douchebags who are like, I'm here to try to get my into American Idol. I'm gonna sing really
Mhm.
well, and then someone has to come up and do horrible right after them. Now we've evened the playing field. Everyone's probably gonna do horrible. It's great. We can just have fun with it.
I don't like it.
Well,
I think we did a karaoke impromptu party at your apartment once.
Yeah, that was not my idea. That was just a thing that people did.
And it was super fun. But wouldn't it be funnier if everyone just did horrible? Then you would have actually, I don't think you sang.
No, I didn't. I was not about to do that. No, thank you.
Yeah, but what if everyone did horrible leading up to you? It would have been fine.
It's not about that. Like everybody could be absolute dog shit. I'm still not interested in doing it.
Why not?
It's not fun for me. I don't enjoy it. It's not my thing.
Singing?
Yes.
you can
You
sit
don't-
in you can sit in the other room and not celebrate it. Celebrate the holiday.
Yeah,
well,
you can
I
be
will
not,
have.
not on
Let's
the
be
wheel.
honest. I will have lost in the Dreidel game, and I would be outside anyway. So
Oh, there you go. That's not bad.
Fantastic, yeah. Yeah, I don't really get this traditional piece. There's not the Christmas equivalent where it's like, oh, let's light the tree and now let's all sing songs.
I
Even though
think the
that's what
closest equivalent is the concept of like caroling, which I've never heard of anybody actually doing. It's like a thing I
Caroling's-
always see in movies.
I did caroling. It was fucking horrible. It was exactly as
Really?
horrible as you'd have guessed.
Yeah.
The coolest part was like at the start, there was a bunch of cookies and hot chocolate and shit. And that was great. And then we went out and actually caroled. It was like, what are we doing out here? It's very cold and no one wants to hear this. Can we please go home? But the cookie table, oh my. I'm in for the cookie table. So maybe that's my fix. Maybe instead of singing songs no one wants to do, why don't you guys just have a cookie table?
There's a latke table instead.
I love a latke. So I'm fine with that. If you want to do a latke, you want to do some like lox, that'd be fine. Gefilte fish, I'm in for all of the Jewish foods. That'd be fine.
Really?
All right. So let's figure out. Do you think Muscle V enjoys the singing aspect
No,
of
no
lighting the
way
candles?
in hell. He is a zero.
I bet
think he
you
loves
two
it.
puffs. I've never heard Muscle V sing a single syllable.
No, but
And
I think he loves
he was
this
at that
idea.
karaoke party. I don't think I heard him sing. I can't imagine what it would sound like if he sang. There's no way he likes it.
So
Muscle V?
surprised you guys.
I fucking hate it. So I will give it.
I knew it.
I
I
will
knew
give
you'd
it-
love it.
I'll give it a 5.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Great.
See?
Well, okay. So what do you think about our fixes?
The only one that actually like could potentially work would be 2 pops. I think
You don't think a cookie table would work?
we have a latke table that's so much better. Why do you need cookies?
Oh, okay.
I'm confused. I'm
Wait,
confused.
you think latkes are better than cookies?
Latkes are good. The
They're
applesauce
good,
and
yeah,
sour
that's-
cream.
Yeah, but so are cookies. Okay, for
You
anyone who
think-
doesn't
you
know,
think-
latke
you
is a
think a
potato
game-
pancake.
You think a game that forces you to sing is better than having better songs?
Okay, they're all shit ideas, but if I were to pick one, it would be 2
Mine
How
would
do
is
you
a
not-
real thing that could
How do
easily
you
happen.
not like a cookie table? I can't believe this.
I think mine actually could be a thing, and you guys just don't even realize it.
No, I'm 100% with you. I think it totally is a great idea. Yeah, Pantsman, yours was the worst. I think we can all agree on that.
Oh, nuts.
All right, last Mustafi, do you have any other good ones you want to do?
Mm,
No, it's fine. I got one more I wanna shoot around.
yeah, we're gonna go with it now.
Okay, great. So one of the problems of I think the entire Jewish religion, but especially Hanukkah, there's no mascot. There's the mensch on the bench, which is a answer to the elf on the shelf, but there's no actual mascot in Hanukkah. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay, so let's fix that real quick. So, guys, what do you got? What kind of Hanukkah mascot can we work with? Really improve this holiday's image. So we have Santa Claus, obviously, in the Christmas world. He's super famous. He's so famous, he's got not only a wife, but an entire slew of free labor for some reason. We got there's like 400 movies about him. He's the real deal. We need to get not on Santa Claus's level, but something that we can tie to Hanukkah. We're like, here's a mascot. Let's go.
Scrooge.
What?
I go up. Explain. Please.
First of all, this just from that alone, this is already beyond. This is worse than what Kanye said so far.
Yeah,
Mine
super
just-
racist. You've taken a Christmas character who's horrible, and you're like, boom. The
And
Jewish
who
holiday
is
for
famous for being fucking stingy.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just picturing that he would enjoy all of the things that I came up with today, and
You think that Scrooge would enjoy two-wheeled karaoke?
I don't think he'd hate it.
I 100% think he would hate it. Are we talking about Scrooge at the beginning of the movie or the end of the movie?
I
It's
feel
a
like even at
character
the end of the
archetype
movie,
thing.
even at the end of the movie, he'd be like, my heart is full. I want to engage. I want to be good to people. But do we have to play this?
Right.
Listen,
I'll buy the wheels, but I am not singing. What are you guys talking about?
You have fun. I'm going to be over in this corner.
Like
I
if Tiny
didn't
Tim does it,
say-
fine.
maybe he wasn't, he didn't practice all that well at first, and by the end he became better, and that's when he liked spinning wheels. But at the beginning, he's all about lighting candles with welding torches, getting kids to
Oh yeah, no, he
become
definitely-
trade students.
beginning of the
he's
movie, he's
also-
definitely going for child labor for sure.
So you're
And
all
he's-
on
just
board.
occurred-
So
It
you
just
actually
occurred to me. It just occurred to me. You're Scrooge. You were Scrooge. Two Pops.
me.
Yeah.
beginning of the movie Scrooge. Let's not
Yeah, well,
cross
exactly.
words.
Yeah. You're not the reformed Scrooge who wants to be good to people. You're the early stage Scrooge who wants to exploit people for their way to make you money.
And kicking
I
people out of their homes because they have no money. Absolutely,
would
Scrooge move.
Never do that.
You would absolutely.
You don't
do
even
that.
believe what you're saying right now.
100% you would do that.
Does anybody know any rental properties for sale?
Oh my god.
Vince, man, what do you got? You got any good ideas?
It's almost
I got-
Christmas time.
God, he like buys properties at Christmas just so he can evict people. That's how he gets off.
Surprise!
I've got 2 words for you.
Okay.
Merry Christmas.
Welding rhinoceros.
Oh,
Go on.
welding. You're all on board with the
It
welding
is
idea. I like
super
that.
weird.
I
you
did
went
not
with
pick the welding idea, but you insisted, and now we're stuck with it. Now it's one of the main traditions of Hanukkah. And so I'm going to capitalize on it. Welding rhinoceros.
Okay.
I like that you're quickly following the Scrooge plot
Yeah,
line
right.
now.
Do you want to explain what this, or are you just saying that and just leave it like mic
I
drop?
feel like, am I wrong? I feel like your imagination is healthy enough that it can go wild with just those 2 words. I don't think you need more.
Yeah, dude, that's dope.
An image came to mind. I will give you that. Like something is
Wait,
happening.
are
in
you the
brain.
rhinoceros? Do you get to wear a welding mask that has a rhinoceros horn and you weld off of your horn?
Okay, I love that. It seems aggressively dangerous, but I do love it.
Do they have those?
No, what do you mean? Do they have those?
I'm gonna Google it.
What kind of
Rhino.
crazy ass furry parties do you think exist that they would have that? What on earth do you?
You can be
mean?
I went to
be sure that Scrooge
Why?
Mc 2 Pops would be, if it doesn't
Nice.
exist, building it out and trying to sell it to
Mm.
commercialize Hanukkah.
There's a place called Rhino Welding Helmets, but clearly they haven't actually thought too far ahead.
Can you please tell me what your exact Google was?
Rhino Welding Helmets. Oh, Rhino Welding Mask. And there's a place called Rhino Welding Helmets.
A helmet
Okay.
is better than a mask.
No. What?
I actually.
Oh yeah,
listen,
Sorry, yeah. You're right.
Are you not surprised that there's not a thing?
Yeah, I'm very surprised that's
Not
not.
any
I'm
Google
very not
images.
surprised that that's not a thing. Of
There's not
course,
even any
it's not a
Google
thing.
images.
Why would there be Google images?
Because it makes
No one has ever put those 2 words together until I did it 2 minutes ago.
Like you got to think, there's 2 horns on a rhino. Like it's not. It wouldn't even make sense. Maybe if this is still
just
crazy,
a
but
big
maybe
horn.
you'd go with like a unicorn one. That's a single horn. It's got a
You don't
single
have to run a
point
bowl.
of fire. Again, it's nonsense. It makes no sense. That's what nonsense means. It's nonsense and is crazy. But there's
That's the
if you're
beauty
going
of
to
it.
go with that. Yeah, it would be a single.
It's totally
point.
original. Nobody can say it's not like the mention on the bench that is like trying to play off of an existing Christian tradition. It's just pure, unadulterated bananas fun.
This is their best idea, in my opinion, since the time when you came up with a cult.
Great. Okay. So I am gonna propose. So you know how Santa Claus is based on Coke, like Coca-Cola, not the fun drug.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So obviously Pepsi needs to enter into the fray.
Oh.
Yeah. Why doesn't Pepsi create uh, a Jewish hero? It's gonna be a Freedom Eagle because I think Pepsi's colors are red, white, and blue. I'm not gonna look it up. I assume that's correct. And so
It's
it'll just be yeah, great. Then it's a Freedom Eagle. Like your stupid rhino, say no more.
I just feel like you know, well, no, I'm just gonna shut up.
Okay.
I was gonna make an argument that they should stick with the rhino theme, but then I remembered that Coca-Cola does the polar bears, which are not. They also do Santa Claus, but like the polar bear is kind of similar in like outline to a rhinoceros in terms of like being a big animal that's on all fours. So I feel like to differentiate itself, I feel like an eagle's a good contrast.
Yeah, I love the idea. They're just like, what's the closest thing we can get to a bear?
Rhino that welds. A rhino with a trade.
What do you think, Two Pops? Is you in for the Freedom Eagle? The Jewish Freedom Eagle?
I think if it was Scrooge with a Freedom Eagle on his shoulder,
Jesus.
Well,
yes.
well, that does go with the Santa theme, right? Like there's Santa Claus and then nonsense bears. Like that is
I
a
think
similar idea.
I think if you're looking at the Scrooge thing as a negative, it's because you're purposely going into it with a pessimistic attitude and not looking at the positives.
Describe the
100%,
positives for us.
not
please.
100% sure you
Scrooge.
got the point of the movie. Did you?
So,
Did you only read the book? Did you not see the movie?
first of all, I've seen the a live play of that. So
Okay. Did you come back after intermission?
I bought live tickets and heard about it. No, I actually went. It was good. Um,
That's cool.
so yeah, no, I think the eagle on the shoulder would be dope.
I mean,
Here's my only issue with the eagle is that it feels much more like a 4th of July thing for America than it doesn't feel specific enough to like what's a Jewish animal?
I'm sorry. It doesn't feel specific enough to what?
It doesn't feel specific enough to like
Judaism?
Hanukkah or Judaism. Like it feels
like
the eagle
polar
is
bear does to Christmas.
right, but the polar bear wasn't taken. I'm saying the eagle is taken by America.
It's got
maybe like
okay.
an iron dome.
What?
I don't know what you're saying.
That's
Is that
not
an animal?
But it could be a cool mascot, like a dome, an iron dome.
What? Did you get too many ideas from that fucking Shell movie?
I've never. Oh, that's actually. I forgot I did watch that movie. What? No. What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? You can't just say Iron Dome and expect that to make sense.
You don't know
How
about
is
the
that a
Iron
mascot?
Dome?
No, do I? I don't think so. The Ask Jeeves database is returning no results.
What?
I know.
First of all, why are you using Ask Jeeves?
That's my character.
All right, I'm going to interject here because I feel like one of the appeals of the polar bears is that they're so cute, and I'm going to propose. I'm going to suggest swapping out the eagle.
We're a
swapping.
team. We're not trying to win this, so yeah, you can punch up my idea. That's
we
fine.
should swap in a house cat because I googled cute Jewish animals, and there are several images that came up. The first one is, and I feel free to do this at home. The first one is a smiling cat with sunglasses and a yarmulke.
Okay,
The second one is a kind of stern cat that has glasses on the bridge of their nose and they're reading from the Torah. And then the next image that I'm seeing is just like dressed like actually two different cats dressed like rabbis.
Oh, that's
Well,
good.
different.
That would play.
Like these cats are the move.
Mine's an air defense system.
What? All right, that's good. We're at midnight. Muscle V, which mascot do you like, and do you recognize that Hanukkah needs a mascot, especially after hearing these brilliant ideas?
So to be honest, I wasn't paying attention because
Yeah,
I really
that
didn't
sounds
care.
right.
I didn't care what you guys were
That
saying.
tracks.
But we already have a mascot. His name is the Hebrew Hammer. Thank you very much.
Wasn't that a baseball movie that has nothing to do with Hanukkah?
It was not a baseball movie.
That's not a baseball movie?
No.
No, that's League of Their Own.
What's Hebrew Hammer?
Just some guy who's like a
No,
pretend
that's Rosie
superhero.
O'Donnell.
What is
So this
What is
is
the point?
this is wait from 2003. An Orthodox Jewish blaxploitation hero saves Hanukkah from the clutches of Santa Claus' evil son.
And you didn't look up the Iron Dome?
I know what the Iron Dome is.
So okay, so you're telling me that when you celebrate Hanukkah, it must be in your house right now or your family home growing up, how many Hebrew hammers were lying about?
0.
How many Hebrew hammer toys have you ever owned?
0.
Okay.
I'm
You don't think
only
there's-
looking at stills from this movie, but I got to tell you, I'm going to put it out there that I think there is a 70-30 chance that this is better than Die Hard.
I can't believe that. As seeing neither of them, I can't believe it.
I having seen exactly one of them. I also can't believe that. Okay. I'm gonna recap them real quick, and you're gonna pick one regardless of what you just said, Muscle Bear. There's a rhino.
That
There's
welds.
the eye that welds out of his nose. The Iron Dome. A freedom cat. Or
A Pepsi cat.
a freedom Pepsi cat. What was your first one? Two pops.
We don't need to revisit that.
Oh, that's right.
Scrooge?
Scrooge.
Yeah.
God.
Which one would you select of that?
I have to pick one.
You have to pick one.
We're gonna go with the Pepsi
Let's
one.
pretend you're the
We're going-
Oh,
we're going
there
with
we
Pepsi.
go.
The cat, the kitty cat, or the eagle?
Yeah, do you
Like,
want the
you
cat or the
understand-
freedom eagle?
I don't even understand the whole point of holidays.
Are you taking cat or eagle?
We're taking Eagle's just so American. Like I feel like that's like you can't
Is that good or
do
bad?
that.
I don't like that you're saying that in a bad way. That's so American.
It is so American.
I agree. So you're going cat. Is that final answer?
Sure.
Great. All right, let's go on. It's way past midnight at this point. Let's go on and get on out of here. Must be. What do you have for us?
You can't make a great holiday better. I'm just saying.
Mid tier. Pants Man, what do you got for us?
As an apology to the Jewish community, I will be donating $100 to the Anti-Defamation League in the name of God Daddies.
What would Boo say?
Oh, you just write out to me. Write the check out to me.
I was
He
about to
would-
say, I was in.
Boo would never say that. He absolutely would not say that. How about you two pops? What do you got for us?
If you ever need to make a party better, just call me, and that's easy. That's my specialty.
I will never invite you to a party ever.
It's super fun at parties, surprisingly. And I want to thank all of you for sticking with us tonight. I hope you had a good time fixing Hanukkah. And if you didn't, write in. Tell us what we did wrong, what we got wrong, or your own ideas that Muscle V can then rate on a scale from uninterested to not that interested. Until then, I want to remind you that any holiday can be improved, especially if it's mediocre to begin with. God Daddy's out.
Drink your water. Take your